Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, Noodle here, and today we are continuing our race for two-term presidency in the United States of Misfit Inc. America. That's right. We had a really good surplus, almost 100 billion. We spent a bunch of money, hopefully, and let's see how that turned out. So we're gonna click the next button, preparing sound bites and fudging employment figures still. Return to government. Okay, so crime is going down, poverty's going down. Good. 32% poll report. What? Human Rights Society doesn't like me. And our government is a BB. There's a bad sign. Okay, so basically our expenditure went up a little bit because of all the programs we put in place, right? Our income is kind of going down a little bit. No big deal. Global economy is taking a shit. That's nothing we can do about it. Our debt also going down a little bit. Good job. Interest rate balanced out relative GDP seem to be going up a little bit. So I mean, it seems to be doing okay. Let's check out the income. Oh, what? Quit tutorial. Get the hell out of here. Income tax, huge portion of our income, along with sales tax, corporation tax, tobacco tax, alcohol. Down here in the bottom is inheritance tax, car tax, petrol, whatnot. And the welfare fraud department barely making a dent. No dent at all. Expenditure. Oh, look at all that. Okay, big spending that we have right now is military spending and state pensions. That seems like a lot. What? Get out of here. It looks like a majority of our income right now is, our expenditure is military spending and state pensions. Oh, okay. Alright, military spending is also out of whack. So we're gonna look at state pensions and military spending. We're gonna cut back some funding there. Alright. Whoa, let's get back to here. Ban the same-sex marriage. What? Until recently, this hasn't been an issue. Marriage has been a straightforward issue and a ceremony reserved for heterosexual couples, but increasingly the more liberal ministers have been carrying out same-sex marriages. Should we ban this at the constitutional level? Ban it? It's crazy to allow this travesty of religious ceremony to take place. By standing by and doing nothing, we are silently condoning the practice. The church will be outraged if we don't move quickly to stop this or allow marriages. There are no good reasons to ban such marriages. It's no business of the state to interfere with the relationship between loving couples, regardless of their gender. Placing a ban on this kind of relationships our citizens can form is unforgivable intrusion into people's private lives. And I wholeheartedly agree. There's a thing that a lot of religious people tend to forget, and that there's a separation between church and state. That means that religion and politics do not mix. Okay? And they do that because we are supposed to be a free country. And if you give all the power to the religious sect, historically speaking, the religious sect has always gone fucking crazy and have persecuted everybody. Okay, so to stop that, fuck them. Dude, it's not my right to tell somebody that they can't get married. Heterosexual couples get married and divorced all the time. I know a lot of people who should not be married and are raising children together, and those children are going to grow up to be all fucked up individuals and raise their own fucked up children someday. Who am I to say that heterosexual couples can do that, but a homosexual couple can't? So no, we're going to allow marriages. There we go. Alright, alright, let's continue. Alright, so socialists are getting to like us better, so are commuters, so the poor. Parents are starting to be like, oh, okay, I guess Misfit Inc. not such a bad guy. Let's go ahead and look at this. Oh, look at that. Nice decrease, and that means we can also cut back on community policing as well. That's going to save us a little bit of funding. We are still in surplus of $77 billion, which is good. Okay, that means we can still afford some more stuff. Vigilante mobs, slowly going down, still going down. Alcoholism, taking a huge dramatic drop. In fact, we're going to keep community policing until the alcoholism ban keeps going. This is still slowly going down. Internet crime. Narcotics, it's kind of leveling out. Here I'm talking about narcotics, and I'm puffing away on my hookah. Skill shortages still dropping, and adult subsidiaries are still hitting strong. So that's going to be really good. What about this? The asthma epidemic. It's kind of balanced out. We're going to need to do some stuff about the environment. Pollution. We're still pretty fucking polluted. And homelessness. Homelessness has taken a huge spike here, but it's starting to drop. The causes are private housing seem to be affecting it. Poverty. Unemployment is a big one. So really, unemployment is the key here, and we want to go ahead and get rid of the unemployment problem. As you can see, it's kind of starting to fall. Not really making that big of a dent, but the GDP is a huge thing here. So, like I said, we're going to continue to try to get the GDP up and going. I see we made a dip here, but it's starting to go up. Crime negatively affects it. Immigration, not really. But it's this fucking skill shortage. As soon as that goes away, I think we're going to have a huge boost in productivity. That means that GDP is going to start going up. And that's what's good. Once the GDP goes up, unemployment's going to go ahead and drop. Things are going to go ahead and balance out. So we have 77.24 billion. Let's see what our military is doing. Here we go. Military. Right now, as state employees, unemployment, it's affecting it a lot, but it's very expensive. So let's see what happens if we drop it a little bit. Let's see, we're at 219. Even if we just drop it down to 200, right? We're still saving $19 billion a year. Sure, patriotism drops, but they really like me. State employees drop. Unemployment, it gets a little bit of a boost, but not really. And liberals, I'm getting in the good light of them, almost by 3%. So, and we're saving like $16 billion per quarter. That's really good. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're still an overwhelming force to be reckoned with. Let's see. Let's play with just highly trained. Highly trained, overwhelming force. Highly trained, overwhelming force. It's not really that big of a difference. Let's go ahead and just be an overwhelming force. The bare minimum of an overwhelming force. Let's do that. To lower it, we're going to need 19 points out of our 25 superhero points. So that's fine. So we're saving more money. Let's going to go ahead and jack this back up. Let's see if we can do anything about making people happy. Race Discrimination Act prevents citizens from being discriminated against purely on the basis of race, i.e. racist employment practices. Okay, well that's a pretty good one to go ahead and implement. We're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to go ahead and affect racial tensions, which is great. Our liberals, we really need their votes. Ethnic minorities, it's going to be good. Conservatives don't really like us, but I mean, we're getting on their good side. And liberalism. I mean, look at this. We can jack it all the way up, only spend $210 million. And look how good it's doing. So I think this is going to be a good thing. The liberals are really going to like us. Ethnic minorities are going to love us. Racial tension is going to drop, or racial tension is actually going to rise. But fuck it, most people are racist anyway, so I mean they'll get over it. Let's look at racial tension. Education is negatively influencing that. So let's see what how education is. It's not really. Community policing is kind of doing it. Education a little bit. The Race Discrimination Act, it's not really said, but it's going to go ahead and drop it down a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good this quarter. Let's go ahead and hit the next button. Let's see how much stuff gets eliminated. We're patronizing the electorate and fudging unemployment figures again. Oh, look! Our credit rating got updated, and our GDP is doing great. Health is going up. Crime is going down. Antisocial behavior, the situation is now at an end. Awesome. Credit rating upgraded. Major international credit agencies have increased the creditworthiness of your government. This is great news. This should result in lower interest rates for our debt and may also result in a boost to GDP from a higher level of confidence by foreign investors. Your news is also likely to please capitalist voters. Your current credit rating is now BBB. So good. we get a little bit of a boost for capitalists. We get a little bit of a boost for our money. That's awesome. Budget report. Our income dropped, but our expenditure dropped. I think that's what's good. Let's see what happened with our income. The alcohol tax. That's what happened. We're losing alcohol tax and tobacco tax because basically people are stop using those services. But at the same time, our expenditures have dropped dramatically. We went ahead and dropped our military spending. I'm going to go ahead and drop state pensions as well. So let's go ahead and let's get in here. Was there anything else that we needed to do? Nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at pensions. So I'm not quite sure which one it is. That's unemployment benefits, unemployment, pension, old. Is this it? Private pensions, state pensions. Here we go. All right. So rather than leave it up to the individual to provide for themselves after retirement, state pensions can guarantee a minimum standard of living for the elderly. Be aware that as life expectancy rises, the cost of paying out pension increases hugely. The level of state pensions may encourage or discourage citizens to save into private pension plans. Okay, so capitalists don't like it. The retired love it. The poor like it. Poverty doesn't like it because it's decreasing poverty. Yeah, so private pensions is taking a big hit here. So if we lower this, let's just say a little bit. I can't lower it. I only have 24 points, but let's play with numbers here. If it's currently 197 and I drop it to 167, okay, I'm saving like $30 billion, okay, and I don't really take that big of a hit. If I drop it down to 60, all right, still not that big of a hit from everybody else, and I'm saving $60 billion. So I think I'm going to drop state pension down when I go ahead and get the points. But I'm going to need 26 points, so we're going to have to wait for that one. Okay, so state pensions is on the line right now. Alcohol abuse is starting to wane. Should probably look at doing something about that. Oh, look at that. Bam. Total drop. Amazing. So that's going to be great. Crime in itself. Look at crime. Crime just completely fell out. Really awesome. Great job. We need to figure out another way to deal with this alcohol situation. Now, the police force and the community policing really help out. Poverty and alcohol consumption. That still seems to be the thing, is alcohol consumption. What's positively influencing this? It's really just the GDP and unemployment. Not much else is really digging into this, and poverty. So let's go ahead and the liberals are on the rise, religious sect is on the down, conservatives and ethnic minorities love me. Retired people are still pretty cool with me. Let's check out narcotics. Narcotics still kind of going down. Unemployment is still a big thing, and so is crime. But the police force and narcotics. Okay, so let's see if we can enact some bills or something, right? All right, so law and order. Police drones? No, I've never been a fan of police drones. Public services. Oh, speaking of, let's check out this. All right, we should be good next quarter. Okay, so that should be good. Okay, and the effect is negatively affecting our GDP. Once this goes away, our GDP should be like through the roof. Awesome. Our pollution is still pretty fucking bad. Let's be honest here. I should probably do something for the environmentalists. So let's look at this. Clean energy subsidiaries. Renewable energy might not be ultra efficient yet, but there's an argument for investing heavily in it now so as to strategically prepare our country for a future without fossil fuels. Environmentalists are happy for obvious reasons, but capitalists see it as an unwelcome distortion of the energy market. I believe in clean energy. I really do. And recycling, I'm not a big supporter. Mostly because it creates a lot more waste than what's necessary. Foreign investor tax breaks. Special tax breaks given to large foreign-owned multinational companies to encourage them to invest in our country. This could include tax-free periods, introductory rates of corporate tax, and straight subsidiaries. Helps to encourage investment from overseas, but was seen as incredibly unpatriotic and pandering to the whims of huge foreign capitalist countries. I agree, but we need the money. We're not going to really get an income, but it's going to help out everybody really in general. It's going to create jobs, I think, maybe. But we need to really work on the economic thing. So, Clean Fuel Subsidiary, a subsidiary for clean fuel such as ultra-low sulfur fuel in an effort to reduce the environmental impact of motoring. The subsidiary will reduce the cost of fitting catalytic converters to older cars and provide an incentive to at the pump to choose less damaging fuels. And it's only going to cost like $6 billion. So why not? Let's go ahead and implement it. This is going to go ahead and the environmentalist motorist. This is going to like increase everybody's stuff. So let's go ahead and jack it all the way up. Let's max it out. We're not losing money on this, so let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so that should get the environmentalists kind of on our side. That should boost up the environment itself, which is getting a lot of shit from car usage, from the GDP, tourism. I don't know. So okay, that was that. Let's have this roll on. We'll carry on. Misinforming the electorate and fudging unemployment figures again. Skill shortage, add an end. Vigilante mobs, add an end. That's what I want to see. You notice I just kind of swept over the top. High productivity, a new situation has developed. Okay. Message from Minister Andrea Carter. Andrea Carter, currently working as your public service minister, is displeased with current government policy, which is unpopular with the core supporters, trade unionists, and parents. As a result, there's the danger of the minister wanting to spend more time with their family in the near future. Ministerial resignation hurt the popularity of the government, so maybe worth adjusting your policies to placate their supporters. Jesus. Sweatshop scandal. We might have thought that sweatshops were things found in other less prosperous countries, but a recent TV documentary has brought the issue of local homegrown sweatshops to the public eye. It sees a number of companies making clothing are literally paying slave wages to a large number of employees, especially those from ethnic minorities. This is not going to go down well with trade unionists or liberals. But that's not good. High productivity. Our workforce are extremely productive, producing a higher amount of practically everything in comparison with our competitors. This is great news for the future of the economy. Awesome. This causes a huge thing of productivity, which affects your GDP, self-employment, capitalism, and then, of course, self-employed income. So let's move on. Crime is still going on an all-time low. Health is slowly increasing. GDP, look at that. Look how fucking great that is. And budget. Let's check out our budget. Bam! Look at that. Income through the roof. Expenditure balancing out. Relative GDP skyrocketing. Amazing. Okay, so we're doing really good. We're doing really good. Trade unionists hate us though. So there's got to be some stuff that we can do to placate them a little bit. How's the alcoholism? Oh, it's starting to go up a little bit. It's really alcohol consumption, and what's triggering the alcohol consumption? Alcohol tax is negging it out. Unemployment, poverty. It's still the same thing. I'm not really too sure where this is going. Legal drug consumption. It's kind of not really affecting anything because we haven't legalized any drugs. Computer security. Negative affecting the GDP. It's negative affecting everybody. Intelligence services are trying to slow it down, but technology is ripping into it. Crime. It's kind of balancing out with crime. How's this doing? It's going up a little bit. I don't understand why. Maybe because there's more car usage. We need to get parents or trade unionists on our side. So let's go ahead and look at labor laws. Labor laws are basically restrictions on workers' right to strike. Capitalists argue that such restrictions are vital. Trans-unionists consider the right to strike to be fundamental and not open to negotiation. Okay, first off, let's look at our money. We have a surplus of 150 billion. Oh? Surplus of 150 billion. We have 30 fist points. So we have plenty of money to spend on everything. So let's go ahead and take care of the trade unionists first. And we will... Oh, private pensions. What is this? Rather than directly control and manage the state prison service, private prisons. This policy allows prisons to be privately owned and managed and merely paid by the state. Private prisons could result in lower costs and higher efficiency. These measures will be unpopular with trade unionists. Liberals will have ethical concerns about profiting from incarceration, but still be pleased that spending is high enough to promote rehabilitation. It's really not doing anything. It's pissing off the trade unionists, it's pissing off liberals, and it's costing us 2.1 or 2.5 billion a quarter. We're just gonna cancel. We're just gonna cancel it. There's no need for it. Let's see what else is pissing them off. Private schools are pissing them off. Private healthcare is pissing them off. Let's look at these labor laws again. Trade unionists, we're very pro-employer at this point. Let's go ahead and just nix it. What is this? 2.4? What did we do? 3 billion. Okay, we're balanced. The working week has been cut a lot. Because of that, capitalists and productivity is going to take a bit of a hit. But it seems to me that it's going to, you know, wages will go up, I think. Trade unionists will be happy and socialists will be happy, and we'll just round it off to 3 billion. And we'll just go ahead and do that, confirm changes, and now we have 0 fist points. Trade unionists should be happy. Liberals are always against police, but it's necessary. And there we go. Hopefully it'll balance out. When we come back next time, we're going to go ahead and click the next button, see how we're doing. I think it should be almost halfway. I'm kind of excited. So we'll see how it goes. What is this affected by? Hot productivity. What is this affected by? And the best part is productivity has nothing to do with the work week. So that should be good for us. And yeah. Alright, so thank you for joining me this time. I'll catch you next time in the next episode where we're going to try to figure this out 2 terms. And we're slowly eating away at our debt. Slowly eating it away. Next up, like I said, we're going to try to tackle the internet crimes. And of course, always still kind of work on pollution a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. So thank you for joining me. This is the Zombie Noodle. And yeah, peace out.